This is Korlebu Teaching Hospital and its polyclinic. This hospital is actually the premier hospital in Ghana. A hospital is supposed to serve as a hub of comfort, life, and healing. But in the case of Korlebu, it is different. The hospital is not serving its purpose in protecting and preserving lives, but rather taking lives, or right to say, pushing patients to their early graves. Just like we have here, not enough bed for the hospital, not enough wards for patients, and the doctors and nurses here are under severe pressure to preserving lives. Due to lack of wards and beds, doctors are moved to keep and treat patients in wheelchairs, and some even end up lying on the floors for treatment. The very day this secret video was taken, almost 80% of the patients in this video lost their lives. I believe a patient deserves a comfortable bed to lay on and receive good treatment. Some of the families of these patients end up raising furious angers at the doctors and the nurses on duty. Now, the question is, who is in charge? And who is responsible for this horror that we see? The government of Ghana and the Ministry of Health are very much responsible for this horrible loss of lives. And if the government is turning it back at the well-kept of lives at Korlebu, I think it will be prudent of the citizenry to provide aids and logistics that will help these doctors to properly render their profession and save lives. Politicians and other big men in the society have turned their back at this menace. All because when they and their families are sick, they run to England, US, and other developed countries to receive treatment because they know so well that the Korlebu Hospital lacks proper equipment and logistics to treat them, leaving the average and the poor Ghanaians to run to Korlebu when they are sick for their lives to be shortened. Churches, religious leaders, organizations, Islamic forces, and all other groups of persons to quickly come to the aid of these vulnerable doctors, the nurses, and the dying patients. In 2020, these same politicians will run to the poor and the vulnerable to join a long queue to vote for them, either to maintain power or receive power. And yet, after they obtain power, we end up being nothing to them, and our lives mean nothing to them. Korlebu needs a savior, and we can do better to preserve our lives. My name is Nikojo. This is Korlebu Teaching Hospital and its polyclinic. This hospital is actually the premier hospital in Ghana. A hospital is supposed to serve as a hub of comfort, life, and healing. But in the case of Korlebu, it is different. The hospital is not serving its purpose in protecting and preserving lives, but rather taking lives, or right to say, pushing patients to their early graves.